Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth and I'm back doing your October 2017 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Sagittarius. And I am back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Pre-Moon-Law, and I may pull another card or two from one of my other decks. Thank you so much for being amazing, loyal followers and subscribers and fans. I really appreciate your continued love and support. I may or may not continue doing these horoscopes because of all the changes that YouTube has made. We'll see going forward what happens. If you'd like to support my channel more, you'd like me to continue these, please donate to either Patreon or my GoFundMe campaign. Those links are in the description box below. If you'd like to get a private reading, definitely hit me up. I am still doing private readings, so check out my website, oracledaphne.com. And yeah, let's see what we get for you guys. This is for... oh my gosh, all my cards just fell. This is for October, again, for Sagittarius. Wow. There's a lot of energy around you guys right now. And anytime, and we've got a bunch of cards flying out here, anytime I go through a period of transition, I tend to drop things. So I'm going through a period of transition, but I also feel like you guys are going through a period of transition. You may drop things, you may spill things. This is like you know, you're cooking or whatever, and the spoon drops on the floor and then hits something else and that other thing falls, you know. It's just one of those weird things. I'm just laying out the cards here, pulling out what's fallen in some order. Got such a cool spread. It's so cool because there's so many interesting things that that I want to tell you. Okay, so the outcome. Let's talk about the best card first. Okay, the outcome is the Empress in reverse. And the Empress in reverse is love no matter what. It's true love, okay? There's all this focus on romance and, you know, there's roses there. So the outcome is the true love. To me, it's a true love card. And it's also about, you know, having strong females in your life that really love you, or being a very loving human being, and loving, you know, either your daughters or other females in your life. You could have, you know, other people in your life that are females, and you may just really kind of nurture them and be really loving towards them. If you are a male, this is the females in your life, your male Sagittarius, you know, being kind of showered with feminine attention and love. Either it could come through any person in your life that's female. It could be a sister, it could be a mother, it could be a daughter that really loves you, but really the women in your life really love you, and there's a lot of love there. So it's very strong. It's a very strong card. As far as romance, it is a card about romance and true love and developments in romance. And I do like to see this for Sagittarius. I feel like it's a very positive thing. There's a thing though about this Three of Wands in reverse energy. And the Three of Wands in reverse is getting stuck on one track thinking. It's staying in something that feels safe, or staying in a situation that's safe and comfortable. So despite the fact that we have this Empress in reverse and it's all about true love and it's all about relationships, there's this weird energy of like where your head is at, or your attitude, or what you want. And in some way you're doing things because it feels safe. So you may fall in love with someone or have a relationship with someone that's a safe relationship. Safe relationships usually include not really being 100% vulnerable. They also include not really being like wanting it and not 100% staying for like the right reasons. Or safe relationships can also include like third party situations where, you know, you're married and you're really in love with someone else, but you stay married because it's comfortable and it's safe. So there's this weird thing about it, and like some of you, it's like a boyfriend or it's a girlfriend that's a safe relationship because you have another you have another situation going on. I don't know. It's going to be different for everyone. How it's going to boil down for different people. So it feels like some of you are staying in a relationship for security purposes, and or safe. I want to say it's a safe bet where you're at. And you may not want to leave it. But the Three of Wands in reverse is where it's like the person, you know, the Sag, that's you, has been standing on the fence for a really long time, trying to figure out what to do. And they think, or you think that there's only one solution, or there's only one way to go about making a change. And you're like, well, I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to stay here. That's what a lot of times people do. You're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave this partner because if I leave this partner, then I'm not going to have the money. And so I'm just going to stay here. So I'm not saying this is for everyone, but there's some element of that there. There's some element of the security belt, trying to, staying in something that's safe or having a relationship that's safe. Your safety belt is actually, for some of you, not everyone, blocking you from true love. It's like you're staying with a person that is a safe bet, or there's some level of security, and the person that is going to be the true love person for you, or the person that you really love, or the person that really loves you is not that partner. It's somebody else, and or that person you have not yet met that person, or that person is not yet, you haven't formed a relationship with that person yet. It's not yet come to pass. So I'm getting a tingle on that. So for a lot of you, you're blocked from true love because of your attitude about things. It's not just your attitude, it's what you want, or it's what you think you want. It's your way of thinking about things. You just call it belief systems too. For some people, it's belief system. You believe that maybe there's only one way to do something. And, I guess I want to say it's only one way to solve your problem if you're in a relationship. And like I said, maybe you make an argument, and Sagittarius can be very they can make an argument and they want to be right. They definitely want to be right, and they think they're right. And in some way it's rationalized. It's like a rationalization. And there is truth in what your argument is. It's just that it's not the only way to solve or to do, or to get through what you need to get through. That's what I want to say. It's not the only way. Sorry, the lighting in here is weird. There literally is like a rain cloud overhead. So, it's about to pour, Sagittarius. This is what I want to say. It's about to pour. There is something really cool here. I do like this, the Ten of Swords in reverse, being saved at the last minute. Something coming through at the last minute, which I really like very much. It may come through at any point in time in October. Because she's falling through the sky, and her skirt gets caught on the moon, on the tip of the moon. And to me, this is it's something that comes through unexpectedly at the last minute, or just in the nick of time, or getting someplace just in the nick of time. It's such an interesting spread you've got here. Some of you don't want to move, but you need to anyways. And this is like finding out, finding out maybe your lease has ended sooner than you thought, or finding out you know, I don't know, some, you know, maybe you don't have the funds that you needed to have in order to pay the rent or to pay whatever. And so it's like maybe you get like some kind of, I hate to say it's like an eviction notice or something like that, where it's like you have to figure out what you're going to do. And I don't like the moving card in reverse too much. Because I've been in this position and it's never fun. Okay. So for a lot of you, it's, you know, you having to figure out where you're going to live, figure out what you're going to do. And, or having to travel somewhere. So Sagittarius, you know, can be, you know, they can travel all over the place. So some of you, this is having to travel or go someplace. Maybe because someone is ill, because we do have the moon in reverse in the center. To me, this is, you know, having to do something because someone is ill, getting there maybe just in time, or having to go move someplace because, or even this can be even having to sell something, having to sell a property. You know, this is a big deal. I feel like this is a big deal. Like October is like a serious hardcore month for you guys. It's a really big deal time. I feel like there's some major stuff going on. It's like, you know, you have to maybe move or do something that you don't want to do. You have this 3 of Wands reverse, which is like resistance. It's like, you know, only thinking that you can solve a problem one way, trying to, you know, in some way assert your will by being right about something. I feel like there's going to be some major upset. There's going to be some major upset about the life changes that you're going to be going through in October. Major upset. Major. We got the Death card plus the Temperance showing up here as well. The thing that I want to tell you is that there is this light at the end of the tunnel, and you may not see it because you have the Hermit card in the recent past. So this may be an issue with you. You may not be a generally hopeful person. Sagittarius tends to be like happy-go-lucky, but like, you know, you could be watching for someone who's kind of not down on their luck, but maybe having a difficult time, or you could have some strong Sagittarius in your chart and you're influenced in this, you know, by this energy in some strong way, and feeling like not as optimistic about your life or not as optimistic about things. The light at the end of the tunnel is this Empress followed by this King of Pentacles followed by the 9 of Pentacles. It's just like, it's almost just like you're going through kind of a rough time, but you're going to come out of it okay. The King of Pentacles is one of the Mr. Right cards. The 9 of Pentacles girl is you know, fame and fortune and improvements or focus in career. It's a really positive card, you know, that shows up at any point in time. Combined, this is loving family. This is like people that love you. You having people that care for you. You know, this could be, you know, the King of Pentacles can be first and foremost Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo males. The 9 of Pentacles person can also be, you know, an earth sign female. I feel like this is strong family energy, very strong family energy. That's what I'm picking up. If it's a romance, I feel like it's new romance. It's positive romance. It's like right around the corner, you're going to be getting into this relationship, or you're going to be having a positive relationship that's going to be very loving. Now, the thing is that it feels like there's so many other things that are kind of holding you back from it or blocking you from it. And the universe does this. And I don't like the fact that the universe does this. And I don't really understand why the universe does this. But it does. It's in some way you are holding yourself back But at the same time, there are things that are not within your control. So like, let's just say you are being forced to move, or you know, your focus is then going to be on moving rather than on everything else that's going on in your life. You know, if you are kind of stuck in a rut, then you might not, some of you may not get to this sort of greener pasture. And in some way, you might think that the pasture is greener on the other side, you know, out of the relationship that you're in. And for some of you it is, and for some of you it is not, okay? For some of you, the road to getting, in some way, this love, or this, you know, maybe new relationship for some of you, or even to be in a positive place for some of the relationships you have with family members, is very challenging. The road to getting there is very hard. Does it mean you'll never get there? No. It just means that it's going to be harder for you to get there than maybe in October, than maybe at other times, or in general. Some of you, an ending has to come first in order for you to get any kind of happily ever after type situation. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but let's just say it would be available to you. You have to go through, and a lot of fire signs don't want to do that because they see it as a loss. They don't want to experience loss. I'm going to entangle on that. So you're like, you don't want to experience any loss in any way. You don't want to lose. Sagittarius like to win. So, but you not wanting to lose, you're blocking yourself. But there's no other way. The way of the universe is, if a relationship comes to an end, you break up. If you hang on to that relationship for another 10 years, of course it's going to block you from a new relationship because you haven't broken up with the first person yet. So whatever loss is perceived, or whatever loss is actually going to happen if you break up with someone or even get a divorce from someone, it's small. It's a small price to pay for getting into a new relationship. Sorry, again, the lighting in here just keeps going in and out. But that's what I want to say. And some of you, it's like you keep having not just the same argument. I saw this for another one of the signs, where you keep getting into, it's like a toxic relationship. You keep getting into, arguments with the same person about similar things, and it's just like, it's a repeating pattern where you're not going to not get into a fight with that person, or argument. I say fight, but it's really an argument. You're just going to keep having the same argument. And, there's patterns here of fighting and making up too. I'm definitely seeing those. What you want in some way needs to change. You have to figure out a way to get what you want. Because what you want in some way is blocking you. So it's like, if you want to stay in an old relationship, it's blocking you from the new relationship. If you want to stay in a safe situation, or safe/secure situation, then it's blocking you from future prosperity, because it's a safe bet. It's safe. It's not where you're, and the thing is, I'm not saying you have to take a lot of risk here. To me, it doesn't even feel like it's a risk. It just feels like letting go of the old, whatever that is, or letting go of the mindset of, I need to win, so I'm not going to lose, so I'm just going to keep everything the same. The level of conflict that I'm seeing, even in the past, is very, very high, and it is very, very toxic. So I do feel like it's possible for a lot of you to move past that conflict, but only through you changing, not through somebody else changing. So if you're expecting somebody else to change, it's probably not going to happen. I want to tell you that. Hang on just a minute. Okay, so those of you, what I was saying is, those of you who are single and not in any kind of toxic relationship, I do feel like single, really single. I do feel like the second part of October is going to be shift into really positive. You're going to shift you into a very positive place. There is happiness to be had. There is abundance to be had. There's fun to be had. I feel like you do get, you are going to be kind of back in character if you are single for the second part of October. The beginning of October, even those of you who are single, I feel like you may be struggling a little bit. The beginning of October, beginning to middle. And then it's just like the light's going to go on and things are going to change and shift. I'm not sure why that is. It could be planetary stuff. It could be, you know, other things going on for you. But I definitely feel like there's a shift that's going to happen. So what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, there's a shift, especially for the singles. There's a lot of positive cards that I'm seeing. I actually feel like singles, I don't feel like you're really blocked much. You may still be trying to figure out what you want to do and are still trying to figure out what the best way is to get there. But I feel like there's less roadblocks for the single Sagittarius. Especially single female Sagittarius. Single guys, Sagittarius, I'm not really seeing you here. I feel like some of you, I feel like a lot of you, I should say not some of you, are at some point going to be proposing or getting into a relationship or getting married to someone. I definitely feel like marriage is strong for you. If you're not married already, I feel like a lot of the people that I'm reading for this video, Sagittarius guys, I feel like you are married. Some of you would be gay also. I definitely feel there's some gay Sagittarius guys that are watching that are going to end up getting married to maybe their long-term partner as well. And I don't always see that, but I am seeing that here. I feel like in time, Sagittarius singles, you're going to feel different than you do in October. So even if October feels kind of weird to you or feels like you're not getting what you want, things are not going your way, you know, you've got to make a move or you got to make a trip or you got to make a plan and things are not falling into the places that you want them to fall into. I feel like at some point later down the line of time, things are going to click back in. It just feels like everything's kind of unclicked and kind of chaotic for the month of October for you. That's what I see. I do feel like I'm going to leave off there. I have said a lot here. Definitely hit me up for a reading if you've never had one. I do wish you guys all the best. Definitely give me a thumbs up because it helps my channel. Click the subscribe button as well. I send everyone big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.